Today's story is about the ferocious monster called the Yule cat. Yeah, not you. You're a sweetheart. If you didn't think the hustle and bustle of Christmas was scary enough, or the family that's going to be coming, then you have to worry about the Yule cat too. Jeez. All right, so we're going to tell the story of the Yule cat. Are you going to be comfortable? You know, cats and videos, not so much. This is my son's cat, Preston. I don't know if you can even see Preston anymore. There's Preston. All right, let's talk about the Yule cat. So the Yule cat is an Icelandic folklore. The name, let me just put it down here. I cannot pronounce that. I don't know what that is. But anyway, where did the Yule cat come from? It sounds like it's all, soft and warm. I want a Yule cat. No, you really don't. You don't want a Yule cat, do they? No. A Yule cat in Icelandic folklore is bigger than a house. And even though Preston's pretty big, he's not anywhere close to that. The Yule cat, what he does is he's not happy and furry-purry like Preston. He's huge, he snarls, and he is looking for children. And here is the thing. On Christmas night, the Yule cat goes around creeping through the neighborhood first of all, this makes no sense to me, because this Yule cat is huge. I mean, he's going womp, womp, womp through the neighborhood. But supposedly, he is peeking into windows and looking for children who got new clothes. That's kind of weird. Why new clothes? Well, if the children got new clothes, it was because they were good and they did their chores and that was their reward. So if the Yule cat saw new clothes, then he would just womp womp somewhere else. Now, when he came upon a house that did not have new clothes, where the children were wearing their old rags, then it was a problem. The Yule cat would first eat their supper. Well, that's really mean. Oh, but you think that's bad? The Yule cat gets worse. Yeah. The Yule cat eats their supper and then he eats the children. All because they didn't get new clothes. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. Now, some of the good children would actually give their clothes or some good-looking clothes, maybe they're nice hand-me-downs, to some other children so that the Yule cat wouldn't eat them. Now, this sounds just terrible, but if you think that the Yule cat is terrible, you should meet the Yule cat's mother, Gryla. Gryla? Yeah. You're really not sweet like Preston. The mother is an old woman. I don't know how a woman gives birth to a cat. I don't know. It's folklore. Go figure, y'all. But she would come to the door and she would knock and ask the parents for disobedient children. And if your parents just said, yeah, he's a little hellion, they would give you to Gryla, who would then put you in her cauldron, cook you, and eat you. I don't know. These traditions over in Europe, I'm just telling you, I don't think they'd fly real good here. I mean, I love kitties, but the Yule cat, not so much. Now, they finally figured out this was, I know you're going to be shocked, it was a marketing tool. Okay, so the problem was the wool needed to be from the autumn. The autumn wool needed to be processed. You can't just leave wool sitting around. So these manufacturers, or it wasn't really a manufacturing so much then, this is before the Industrial Revolution, but the people who would process the wool needed it done in a timely manner. And of course it gets dark early and it's cold. People don't want to work. So what they would do is they would give an incentive to the families. If you worked and you got all the wool done and processed, then the employer would reward you and your family with a new set of clothes. Well, that's kind of an incentive. People like clothes. But some people, not so much. They didn't care. They just didn't want to work. Well, that's where enter the Yule Cat. The Yule Cat was born out of the idea that, okay, it's now no longer a choice. Either you get new clothes or you get eaten by this ginormous cat. So there you go. That is the legend of the Yule Cat. And, I'm kind of sad. I really love kitties. But let me tell you something. I don't know if you can see this. There is a good story about the Christmas kitty. Has nothing to do with the Yule Cat. The legend says that a tabby cat was actually present in the barn when Mary gave birth to baby Jesus, and the kitty, wanting to pay homage, I don't know, I think the cat was probably just hungry or wanted petted, but supposedly paying homage to baby Jesus, and came up to Mary and looked at the baby, and Mary touched the head of the tabby cat, and if you can tell, probably not. Every tabby cat has an M on its forehead. Okay, I think this video is done now, because guess what? This Yule Cat has had enough. Okay, go on, Preston. So anyway, now you know. There are a lot of monsters for Christmas, and you better work and get some new clothes, or else you'll be eaten. Or, your children will be eaten by an old woman in her cauldron. So, Christmas is a very scary time, and I hope that you have a very merry, scary Christmas. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.